you doing your exams today?
No, I've got a day off today. Just taking Claire to the nursery. You on nights?
Yeah. I'm going to the Aussie this afternoon to see Tomo.
How is he?
He's getting better.
He was lad that brought the news of our Damon, you know.
Oh, yeah? Forgotten.
I think you'd have worries about something like that happening to you, you know.
Nah, no need to worry about me. I can look after myself.
Oh, yeah. And Tomo couldn't.
Oh, yeah, he kind of know. Except for that time. He got jumped.
Exactly. You be careful.
Yeah. Do you want some toast?
No, thanks, love.
Yeah, Sheila?
Yep.
You and me dad talk quite a lot, don't you?
A little bit, yeah, why?
Well, I tried to have a chat with him the other day. You know about this Linda woman he's going out with?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, has he said anything to you about her? Whether it's serious or anything?
Well, I don't think it's serious, love. He just said she was a fun type of person to be with.
Yeah, that's what he said to me. She's a good laugh.
What? Don't you think your dad deserves a good laugh?
Yeah, it's not that. Have you seen her? Don't you think she's a bit of a tar, like?
That's a bit heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. You wouldn't like her as a stepmother.
He's not thinking of marrying her, is he?
No, no. Don't you think you're overreacting a bit? He's entitled to a life of his own, you know. He's a good-looking bloke. Women are going to fancy him.
Me dad?
Yeah, your dad.
I've never really thought of other women fancying him.
Well, he's got girlfriends, hasn't he? They must fancy him.
Yeah, but he's only got the one. Hasn't he?
That we know of, yeah. Why should your dad be any different to anybody else?
No, no reason. It's just a bit of a shock to realise that he's just like you and me.
All right, I'll see you later then. Bye.
What was that?
Miriam, having lunch with her.
What, again?
Well, got a lot to catch up on. Plenty to talk about.
You spent 6 hours talking on Monday. Reagan-Gorbachev summit only lasts 4. What on earth can you find to talk about?
Plenty. Haven't caught up on all the gossip of our old friends yet.
That's what you do with your old friends, is it? Gossip about them.
Don't be so sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic, I'm being sardonic.
Whatever it is, stop it.
Oh, this is the mood you're in. It's just as well you're going out.
Haven't you got any golf to play or something to do?
I'm perfectly happy as I am, thank you.
So, how was it?
The exam, it was all right.
Not the exam, your birthday.
Oh, that. Hardly noticed it.
Not bad. Anyone else notice?
Yeah, I had some earrings off Barry, some chocolates off Claire.
Have you got any left? I'm starving.
Yeah, you can have some of your coffee.
I've also some cream cakes and all.
All right, you shouldn't have.
Well, if you don't want one, you don't have to have one. I could eat about 4 of them.
Go on, I'll have one.
So, what's new?
Not a lot. Bit older, that's all.
You want to find yourself a new fella.
Chance would be a bad thing.
There's hundreds of them out there. I mean, I know I didn't think so at the time, but leaving Dave was the best thing I ever did.
I know, love. So you keep saying.
Hiya. Thought I heard voices.
You want to watch that? The Burn Joan of Arc for hearing voices, you know.
I think I'll have a pint of whatever you've been drinking.
Nothing today. You seen anything of Jimmy?
Saw him last week.
Didn't we all?
How was he?
Great. Listen, I'm off. See Tomo, so I'll see you later.
All right, love. I won't be here, but I'll be back for tea.
Right. OK. Ta-ra, Kathy.
So there's plenty of fellas out there, is there?
Yeah.
So what's all this? Have you seen anything of Jimmy?
He's got to be friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you know, no one can make me laugh like he can. They're all so bloody serious. I'm giving them up.
I've given him up.
Do you know, I wish I could find someone really nice for you. Trouble is, every time I come across someone decent, they're already married, and I fancy them. So, come on, tell us. How's Billy getting on with his new friend?
What on earth are you doing?
Just checking to see if Terry's car's there. He's going out shortly.
What's that got to do with us?
I rang him before to see if I could use his bathroom to get ready to go out for lunch.
I might have a shave in the kitchen sink. I don't see why you need to go over there.
Well, I don't want a shave. I want a bath. I can't have a bath in the kitchen sink.
No, but you could have a decent wash in it.
I don't want a decent wash. I want a bath.
You're going to see Miriam.
I know. Well, I couldn't have one yesterday, and I want one today.
Well, if you want one that badly, why can't you use the one upstairs?
You'd use that bath. Heaven knows where it came from.
So I said to him, you can stick your Yankee up your 6-4.
What did your manager say?
Spineless article he is. He referred me to the new owner, who backed me up. 33-1, but he backed me up. And the next morning, you'll never guess who comes in.
Well, go on.
Well, you know them two fellas that followed us back here?
The one's Bobby, it.
The big one with the beard. He comes in with the fella who was putting on the Yankee, pretending to be all muscle. Well, he turns round, he saw me, and he fled.
He'll follow you home from work. You want to be careful.
Ooh, chance would be a fine thing. I thought he was quite nice.
You're going to get yourself into trouble, you are.
Yeah. You guys too quiet round here. Hey, anyone interested in sending you a birthday card?
No.
Hey, what about those two posh fellas you met at the Open University? Did you follow that one up?
Oh, there's nothing to follow up.
Oh, that's a pity. They look like they had a few bob between them. Hey, couldn't you fix me up with one of them?
You wouldn't have liked him.
Hey, don't you be too sure. I could get used to a better kind of slob.
You still wouldn't like him.
There's nothing right with any of them. You show me a perfect bloke and I'll walk right through him because he'd be a mirage. They don't exist.
Like I said, I'm giving him up.
Hey, you can't do that. Just think of all the fun we'll have looking. All the surprises that turn up.
Such as what?
Right. You know, I came here to be with Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm thinking... Billy.
Billy?
Billy.
What I thought?
You know, I thought did.
You think this room needs decorating?
No, I don't think so.
Well, don't you think it needs brightening up a bit? Good grief, where are you going?
Having lunch with Miriam. What's the matter?
Nothing. Just look as if you're ready to go to Ascot.
Oh, well, thank you. Just trying to look nice, that's all. Should have known better than to expect compliments from you.
Don't expect any from Miriam either, then. You weren't dressed up like that for her on Monday.
No, but she was. I felt quite underdressed. So I thought I'd make an effort today.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Meeting at the Cavern Walks, and then we'll go on somewhere from there.
Well, the weather doesn't look too bad. I think I'll go and have a round of golf.
That could be nice for you.
So, if I'm not here when you get back, you know where I am.
Yes, well, I don't think I'll be as long as I was the other day. I expect Miriam will have to get back too.
Nice perfume. I don't remember that one.
Oh, didn't you give it to me for my birthday?
No, I gave you the usual one, didn't I?
Oh, well, perhaps Gordon gave it to me for Christmas.
Ah.
Well, I must be going.
Right. Hello? Paul Collins? Oh, Miriam. Oh, you just missed her. She'll be with you in about half an hour. Oh, you're going out to lunch together, aren't you? Oh. Oh, sorry. Must have got a bit confused with the dates. Ah. What? She forgot her brooch. Yes. Right, well, I'll tell her you called. Goodbye.
Hi, Tom, old lad. How are you?
All right, thanks. Been worse, you know.
Hey, listen there, do you reckon you can play on Saturday? Fella who took your place in goal last week's last. He let 7 in last week.
Oh, I couldn't play in goal. Might make it if we went somewhere easy, midfield, something like that.
Have a word then. See if I can get you some R&R, you know.
Prefer some R&B. Oh, this fella on the hospital radio keeps telling me that I'm listening to wonderful hospital radio. Just never hear what I want to hear, because he's always rabbiting on about what I'm listening to.
Could have brought a Walkman in for you.
You start. Could have, but I haven't.
Good to see your sense of humour's coming back.
You'd be miserable in here. The doctors don't know what they're talking about. Nurses couldn't care less. And here, that one there, she hates me. She's the one who really hurts when she comes to snatch a bit of blood.
I know. They're all against you because you're getting paranoid, you see.
No, I'm not. I reckon they're all against me because I'm a copper.
No, that's stupid, that. Half the guys in the force are married to nurses. I mean, I might end up marrying a nurse.
That's why they all can't stand us. Blame us for keeping their husbands out.
Yeah, you could be right there. Hey, have you seen Annie and Kirsty?
Yeah, she pops down quite a lot. I reckon I see more of her these days than you, Rod.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too difficult. We're always on opposite shifts.
I have to get her married and pregnant. Keep her at home.
No, it's early days, yeah. I haven't lived my life.
Don't ask me to come out with you for a bit. I'm giving clubs a miss for a while. Ow!
Hold on. Yeah. My back. Is it bad?
It's been worse. Just don't turn your back on the swines.
No, I won't. Kirsty give me hell for losing all the overtime.
I bet you would. How are things down at the Nuts House?
Full of rumours as usual, you know.
Any more news on that Operation Hickory?
Yeah, looks like they're going to hold an internal inquiry. That's what's being said anyway.
Are you still sticking to your story?
Well, it's not a story, is it? I didn't see anything.
Best. That Shorkley can be a right nasty swine, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've been getting some pressure off Appleby to say more, you know. But I can't change my story now, can I?
No, it's not wise, Dad. Listen, whatever happens, just don't get on the wrong side of that Shorkley.
I wasn't planning on it. I'll have to give evidence, though. The fella who we arrested is pressing charges against us.
United front. That's all you need.
Good advice, Dad. How are you, son?
Not so bad, thanks.
Good. Bought you some grapes.
All right, he must be cheap, so did he.
Oh, it's funny being back here.
I still find it really strange, Kath. I can't get used to it at all.
Yeah, it must be hard looking at your old house over the close.
Yeah, well, I just don't. I walk out the house and turn my head the other way.
Hey, what time do you have to pick up Claire from play school?
2 o'clock, why?
Let's go down the Swan for a quick one.
I thought you were working this afternoon.
Exactly. I need something to keep me going. Look, facing that lot on an empty head isn't easy.
Oh, why not? I'm young, free, single. Who am I kidding? I'm none of them things.
Oh, I don't know, you're free.
Yeah, to the right man.
And reasonably cheap to anyone else.
Hey, watch it.
Does that Linda stay here overnight?
Not that I know of.
Oh, so it still could be pretty casual.
Yes, I think it is.
He doesn't need that sort of relationship. I'll tell you what he needs. What he needs is me.
Hey, are you serious about this?
Of course I am.
Right then, I'll be off then, Tomo.
OK, Rod.
Can I have a quick word before you go?
Yeah, OK.
We'll catch up in the corridor.
All right. See ya.
What was saying about the inquiry?
Not much. Just that there was a rumour there was going to be one, and he wasn't going to change his story.
Nice one. Keep up the good advice. I've heard a little whisper. A certain desk sergeant's trying to pressurise you into changing your evidence on phase 1 of Operation Hickory. Is that right?
He's asked me about it a lot, yeah?
Just asked, hasn't suggested anything.
Well, he's asked me to reconsider the evidence.
And have you reconsidered?
Well, I've asked myself what I saw.
And what conclusion you come to with that?
Well, I don't think I can change the evidence very much.
What do you mean? How much can you change it?
Well, there's not much I can change. Basically, I said I saw nothing. I got there after the arrest was complete, and I saw no violence from any police officer.
That's about the truth, isn't it?
Not quite. When I got there, he'd already been beaten up, and you were about to smash your truncheon into his head while he was still on the ground.
Is that what you're going to say? Because if it is, I'd be very careful. Everything he said so far is pure supposition. That fellow wasn't beaten up. He was arrested. OK, he resisted arrest, so he got a few knocks. But my truncheon was used strictly in accordance with the regulations to subdue a violent situation. Got that? One day you'll find out for yourself what it's like to go out and subdue some violent yob who hates you just because of the uniform you're wearing. Then you'll understand about them and us.
I do understand now.
I should think you do. The evidence is in there. Tom held back when he should have weighed in. Us got stuffed by them. The more people like you start imagining things like me beating up a suspect, the more we have to hold off, and the more us gets kicked. You're one of us. Don't forget that. Otherwise, sometime when you need us, you might just forget you're one of us and leave you to them.
Two visits in one day. I'm honoured.
I only went because he was here.
I realised that. He got you anyway. What did he say?
Just came here to talk about them and us.
Get your retaliation in first. Think he's scared, you know.
So am I.
You know what happens if your mates turn on you? And he will if you give evidence against him.
He'll make sure he do. Do you remember what happened to that young copper at Speak when they turned against him?
The one that got beaten up outside the pub?
Yeah. He called for backup before he tackled them. And no one went in for 5 minutes. He was done in. I don't want that to happen to me.
So don't change your evidence.
It's not as simple as that, though, is it?
Make it simple.
I wish you could.
Hiya. Didn't realise you were coming in today.
All right, Kirsty.
Came in because he's jealous, Kirsty. Thinks I see more of you than he does.
It's true. You all right? You look a bit pasty.
Yeah, I'm all right. It's just I don't like hospitals.
Yeah, I'd noticed. I'd love to see you in here.
Listen, what time are you finishing?
I'm working a split. Should be off now, but they're so short-handed I've had to stay. Get off about 3 for a couple of hours.
Well, do you fancy coming round ours then? I'll make you some tea.
Won't Sheila be there?
No, she'll be out. There'll be no one there.
Hey, don't go. He's only trying to get you in the house alone.
Make a change. His house is usually packed. Yeah, OK. I'll come round later.
Great.
See ya.
See ya.
Hey, now that you've done all your domestic arrangements, aren't you going to ask about me?
All right, how are you, Tomo?
I'm terrible.
Tough. Tell to Sister Fitzpatrick.
Told you. The nurse is near. Don't give it toss.
Hello, darling. Told you I wouldn't be so long today.
Where have you been?
Out for lunch with Miriam. What's the matter?
Where have you been?
What is this? Some kind of game?
I don't know. Is it?
What's the matter?
Where have you been?
I don't know what this is all about, but I'm really getting a little fed up with it.
Where have you been?
I've been out to lunch with Miriam.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Miriam phoned just as you were leaving. You left a brooch. She was worried in case you thought you'd lost it. She'll give it to you when she sees you again for lunch. Next week. Well, where have you been that you had to lie to me about it?
Just shopping.
Shopping? What on earth can you possibly go shopping for that you have to lie to me?
Something that I didn't want you to know about, that's all.
What could you possibly have to hide from me that you need to go shopping for?
Your birthday present, perhaps?
What?
It's your birthday next week. Had you forgotten? I wanted to get you something rather special, so I used Miriam as an excuse.
My birthday?
Yes, you're 64 next week. Remember? I went to great lengths to keep it a surprise, and now you've gone and made me spill the beans.
I'm sorry. I didn't... Have you got something, then?
Oh, I've had something in mind for months. I wanted to keep it as a surprise.
I thought...
Well, whatever you thought. It was wrong, wasn't it? Now, I think I'll go and change out of these clothes.
Did you want to talk to me, or did you really just want to get us in the house alone?
Well, I did want to talk to you about something, yeah.
Great.
No, but I wanted to see it alone as well.
Well, supposing as well as it's better than nothing at all.
Look, it's important, this. It's about my job.
You're not thinking of jacking it all in, are you?
No, I like it. There's just this problem. I've got a decision to make.
Plain clothes or uniform?
No, nothing like that.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Not yet. I could be, though.
Is it this Hickory thing?
Part of it, yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. I mean, if I can't talk to you, I can't talk to no one, can I?
So what's the problem?
Well, I've made a statement about what I saw on the operation, right? And I've put down exactly what I saw.
Well, if you've done that, you can't get into trouble. I mean, the truth's the truth.
Not if it's not the whole truth.
Well, how do you mean? I mean, you said you put down everything you saw.
I have done. You see, the thing is, I know what went on, but I didn't see it. By not saying what I know happened, well, I'm sort of lying in a way.
So what does that mean?
It means I'm trapped between two coppers who want me to say what they want me to say.
And they both want you to say something different?
Yeah. If I don't change my evidence, one of them can make life difficult for me in the future. And if I do change it, the other one will make sure that I lose all the support of the rest of the lads. And that could put me in all kinds of danger.
Oh, Rod. Look, don't do that. Just stick to your evidence. Stick with your mates.
Close ranks.
What?
I didn't join for this. I joined because I believed in it, and I still do. And if I go along with covering up something I know what happened, well, I'm just being a liar, aren't I?
But you didn't know. Look, you only think something else happened. What you've put is what you know you saw. Anything else and they'll find it.
Not without me, they won't.
Oh, please. For me, for your mates. Keep your evidence as it is. Don't go making trouble for yourself.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Young Maruf Farouk sadly has 2 infected kidneys. The staff at Jimmy's Nicks have to make him fighting fit to prepare him for another transplant. Brian aren't very subtle in their behaviour, and inevitably they're sighted in Brookside.
Thanks very much for that amendment. Some betting to come. Noddy's the 5-4 on favourite. Meanwhile, Mean Girl 5-4. Supreme is 8-1 on sixes, and Sandy also has.
Oh, well, seems I am a special person after all.
I found it!
He's determined to try and win it again for the 3rd year running. The only bit of bad news about is that. Trust me, it's not easy to run.
Anna? I owe you an apology. I realise I've spoiled your birthday surprise. There you are. I'm sorry. I found the hotel brochure. By accident, of course.
Of course.
And I think it's a marvellous idea. For both of us. 2 days away being waited on. Just what we need. I think it'll be the best birthday present I've had in a long time. You're not too upset, I hope?
No, no, of course not. I'm happy if you're happy.
Hi, love.
You awake?
Not a lot of choice with all that banging going on.
Listen, love, I need a word.
How come you're home so early?
Oh, Maggie's covering for me. Frank, I need to talk to you about the offer on the house.
You could have phoned, couldn't you?
It's getting really complicated, you know. I was getting nervous doing it by myself. The solicitor wants to put the pressure on this afternoon. Maggie said it'd be easier if I wasn't in the office for her to do the paperwork more innocently.
Hang on. Am I at such?
Well, I've put a new offer in this afternoon for £500 more.
500 more?
Oh, well, I'm sure he won't accept it. Well, not from us. At least I think I'm sure. Oh, God, here's Ralph now. Look, I put the offer through to Harry's solicitor. They said they'd back us.
Well, go on, open up and see what he says.
OK, well, if he knocks us back, it's plan B, all right?
Hang on, what's plan B?
I'll serve him right if he ends up losing money.
I'm glad she's on my side.
I spotted you coming home. Harry asked me to keep an eye out for you.
Oh, still using you as a messenger boy, is he?
He still is his son's, yeah?
Oh, you must think you've got nothing better to do. Come on, then. Tell us the bad news.
Well, I'm afraid he's contacted me by telephone and asked me to tell you that your increased offer is, unfortunately, unacceptable.
Oh. Meaning that if somebody else had made the offer, he would have accepted it. Somebody who didn't have 3 noisy kids, eh?
Oh, I'm only the messenger. Not my place to comment. You could be right, though. Off the record, of course.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure something will sort itself out. In fact, I'm positive it will.
What are you up to?
Just writing a list of the things we need to take with us. If you hadn't rummaged through my things, you wouldn't know anything about it.
Checking on the dates on your library books. Some of them are overdue. Not a good example for a magistrate.
Who's going to know about it? What are you going to do? Write a letter to the papers about it?
What I'm going to do is go into town, polish up the credit cards and splash out. Probably on a new shirt or even a new tie.
What a marvellous idea. Well, if you're in a shopping mood, you'd better go ahead and shop. Doesn't often come over you.
Well, if we're going to spend a couple of nights in a hotel, we better look the part. I've noticed pink ties have been rather fashionable over the last few years. Do you think I could wear one?
I'm sure whatever you choose will suit you perfectly.
Well, I'll see you later. And thanks again in advance. Sorry I spoiled the birthday surprise.
Never mind. I'll just have to think up something extra to be the secret.
Great.
No, Mr. Beale won't do. I've already told you that. It's a personal call. Well, just tell him that Anna phoned and wants to see him urgently. And could he call? Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Tracy. You still here?
I missed me bus.
I was just going to the pub for a quick sandwich. If you lift home, if you're not in that much of a rush.
No, I can't drink till afternoon. It makes me fall asleep.
It doesn't have to be a drop of the hard stuff. I could buy you an orange juice cocktail.
No, thanks, honest. I'm all
In
right.
fact, come to think of it, I would like to buy you a drink. I'd enjoy the company.
I can't. They're expecting me at home.
Not your dad's birthday again, is it?
No.
Jamie stood you up again?
No.
How long ago was he due?
About 3/4 of an hour.
Sounds to me like he's not going to make it. Come on. I'll buy you lunch as well.
I've had my sandwiches, thanks. I'm all right.
Well, just a drink, then. He won't be coming now, will he? Look, just one drink and then I'll take you home. Promise.
All right, one drink and then straight home.
Yes, you have a booking for Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence. Well, I'm afraid they won't be able to make it, but I'd like to keep the booking, please, but under a new name. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Collins. P for Paul. Now, you're quite sure about that new name? There won't be any misunderstandings? Right, thank you very much. Goodbye. Hello, Sheila. How nice to see you.
Not so nice seeing that lot over there, is it? Sorry, I believe you've been having some problems with your bathroom.
Oh, yes. Would you like to come in for a moment?
Well, I've done it. Plan B.
Great. It's not illegal or anything, is it?
The solicitor wouldn't be doing it if it was illegal, would he?
Oh, no. Perish the thought.
Come on, shove up.
I was thinking while you're on the phone. Now that I'm awake, I might nip into work for the last hour or so. See if there's any call on my services.
Oh, no, you don't. Look, I came home so we could go through this house stuff together. You're not sloping off and leaving me to it.
You said yourself there's nothing for me to do. It's all in the solicitor's hands now.
Oh, I know, but I go mad waiting for news here by myself. Well, what have you got to go in for anyway, love?
2 guesses.
The filthy toilets.
I got back from Wofford this morning and I couldn't believe it. They haven't been touched. The worst than ever. So I'm going to have to go in and get onto them again.
Oh, no, you don't. Look, just phone them in and tell them when you get up, eh? That'll salve your conscience at least.
All right, I'll phone them when I get up. But I'll lay your odds they'll just ignore me again. I reckon I'm going to have to change my tactics soon anyway.
Sounds to me like you'd be quicker doing them yourself, you know.
Oh, no chance. Anyway, Miss expert property speculator, are you going to tell me what Plan B is?
Of course. Right. Harry's turned down our final offer, yeah?
Yeah.
So I've instructed the solicitor to put 2 other offers in. One for £500 less and one for £5,000 less.
You're joking? Who's offering that?
A buyer who wishes to remain anonymous. A buyer known to her friends as Christine Rogers.
Oh, very sneaky. Well, listen, what happens if the old skinflint turns them both down?
Oh, I reckon if he thinks he's going to lose £4,500, he'll go for the higher offer. The one that we made.
The one that's £1,000 less than the one we offered this morning?
Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Oh, well, fingers crossed anyway, eh?
For you, love, I'll keep everything crossed.
Oh. Well, there's nothing more we can do for now. You best try and get back to sleep, eh?
Sounds like a good scheme to me. Wake me up to sign a cheque, will you? And now I'll see if I can dream up a way of getting them toilets fixed.
It's incredible. You'd fancy thinking you wouldn't notice.
Some people don't live by the same standards as others, do they? Well, that's what it seems to me.
Well, I don't have to apologise for our Barry this time. He wasn't involved.
Oh, sorry, won't be a moment.
You'd fancy thinking you wouldn't notice.
Incredible. How he expected us not to notice it was a second-hand suite. And one in that colour, too.
Oh, I don't know. I quite like that colour.
Ah, hello. Is the lady of the house in, madam? I'm pretending to be a brush salesman. Thank you. I'll just come right in. See the old man's car's out. Does that mean my luck's in?
Brian! Is there anything else I can get you, Sheila?
I suppose you thinking I'm a kissogram's out of the question.
Dad, guess what? Guess what, Dad? We're going to be doing a play at school. We're going to be doing a Christmas play, Dad. And I'm going to be in it.
What's happening, love?
I'm going to be the star.
How are you, love? Are you playing a Virgin Mary?
I don't know yet. I've got to audition.
Great, man.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be the star.
You are going to be the star with the sore backside. Come on. I told you not to wake your father up. He needs to sleep. He's been driving all night. Off you go. I'm sorry, love. She was far too quick for me.
Oh, don't worry about it, love. I was only dozing. Any news from the solicitor?
No. I'd have woken you myself if there was. Listen, you go back to sleeping. Send you up a cup of tea later and some toast.
Sound, yeah. Tell you what, Chris. No caviar on the toast today, love. Getting a bit bored with it, you know what I mean?
Back to dreamland, you.
Like some more coffee?
No, thanks. I won't sleep tonight if I drink any more.
I sometimes lie awake at night, thinking.
Thinking about something nice?
Thinking about you.
You don't have nightmares afterwards?
I was really looking forward to going away for those 2 days with you, and now I suppose I shall just have to trail around after Paul, exploring everywhere.
Well, you'll just have to grin and bear it, Anna. Metaphorically speaking, that is. Lucky old Paul seems to be getting all the benefits of our little affair. I'll have to be going. What do you think of this Sheila woman?
I don't know. I don't know what sort of state she's in since our marriage broke up.
I should have been more careful.
I don't know. I really don't. I just felt so embarrassed.
Will you be able to talk to her?
I'll try.
I suppose her thinking I was a kissogram from the girls in work was a bit much.
I'll go over there later. I have to think of something to say first.
I'm sure you'll handle it beautifully. It's a pity that the hotel idea fouled off. I was looking forward to it as well, you know.
Were you? Were you really? I can't tell with you sometimes.
Well, you'll just have to take my word for it, won't you? Don't worry. There'll be other times. If I was to kiss you goodbye now, would it be better if I checked behind the sofa first?
I think we're probably safe.
Oh, I'm not safe, Anna. I'm dangerous.
Big old softy, really. Anyway, better get off now.
All right, I'll see you.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
There we are, Cinderella. Home before midnight.
How'd you get this stupid thing undone?
Allow me.
Hello, hello. All right. Hey, another one of those hellos, and you would have sounded like one of the busiest then.
Thought I heard a noise.
Hey, you're just too late, aren't you?
What's going on? They damaged that already, have they, somebody?
Oh, well, it's these boards, isn't it? It attracts the vandals and that, like...
Wasn't you, was it?
Me? No, go away. No, it's probably kids. I heard someone kicking it in, that's why I came round. There's no one in there now, though. Probably scared them off, you know, over the back and that, like.
Oh, it's very neighbourly of you. We'd be a lot better off if everybody kept an eye out for each other, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I was doing. You know, I've been doing a few plumbing jobs, you know, for Mrs. Grant and that, like, you know, just like, you know, as a favour. Is he a good guard dog or what?
No, he's a bit soft, really. It's a bit of an eyesore, this, now, isn't it?
Well, better a safe eyesore than being wrecked by vandals, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so. It's a shame, though. Things change, don't they, Rommel? Oh, well, come on. We could have done with you when we were trying to set up this home watch scheme.
Oh, aye. Cheers, then.
Cheers.
You stupid, nosy old do-gooder.
Are you going to be here all day? Hell of a draft coming through.
Sorry, I was just saying to Arthur, Jared.
I thought I might be coming in for a cup of coffee, but I wouldn't want to interrupt.
Well, don't worry about me. I'm not doing anything special.
Oh, that's very generous. Thanks very much. Great. I'd love one.
Just one cup and that's it, all right?
Don't worry, Tracy. I told you I don't bite. Excuse us.
Sheila, could I have a word with you a moment?
If you feel you need to.
I just want to apologise for embarrassing you.
It takes a lot to embarrass me, Annabelle.
Well, I can't even truthfully say that it's not what it seemed. I'm afraid it was.
Well, I'd have been very surprised if it wasn't. Look, Annabelle, you don't have to say anything to me. I'm not going to shout my mouth off round the close. It's your business, not mine.
I'm going away for a couple of days with Paul, and seem to have these flowers, so I wondered if you'd like them.
I like flowers, Annabelle, but I'd rather you didn't give me them.
I can't keep them, you know.
Annabelle, I don't want to get within the tiniest fraction of being involved. All right, I'll see if Tracy wants them.
Well, I'd better get back. I can't say how sorry I am.
It's your business, not mine. Let's keep it that way, all right?
Hello. Any success?
Perfect. Shirt and tie. Colour coordinated. I want to try them on.
Well, I've just been over to see Sheila to ask her if she'll look after the house while we're away. Look, I'll lock up. You go and try those on, and I'll can't wait to see them.
Fair enough.
Surprise, surprise. Shirt and tie, colour coordinated.
Kettle's boiled, Tracy. What's up?
What's down?
Well, I thought you'd invited him in for coffee.
He invited himself in.
But you can't just leave him down there with Sheila.
Thinks I'm having a wash.
Well, go and talk to him. He's your boss.
It makes me cringe.
So what did you bring him home for?
He brought himself.
Do you want me to have a word with him?
No, you can't. He's my boss.
You're thinking this is dead rude, you know.
You think what he likes.
You can't just dump him on Sheila.
I don't want it to look as if I'm keen on him or anything.
Well, you should just prime Jamie and get him to give you the kiss or something in front of him.
I wish everyone would shut up about Jamie. He'd look welcome all the way from Glasgow just to give me a kiss in front of me boss.
What's he doing in Glasgow?
He's gone and got himself a stupid job.
Coffee's made, Tracy. Makes a change me bringing you coffee.
Yeah, all right, I'm coming now.
Don't let it go cold.
God, he's a creep.
Look, he's your boss. Be nice to him.
Welcome. Art thou a wise man, or art thou a shepherd?
I beg your pardon?
Who is this who comes to this humble stable, bearing gifts for the boy-child Jesus?
Me, Ralph from next door. But you better go and get your mum, love. Got a bit of bad news for her. Follow the star to the east. You might find her in the kitchen.
You'll have to go down, you know.
I wish Jamie was here.
So when does he start, then?
Didn't say for definite.
He must be made up.
He's got a couple of weeks trial and then they might take him on permanent.
That's brilliant.
No, it's not.
Of course it is. He's got a job.
It's It's in Glasgow.
Well, it's not far.
Oh, no, it's in Scotland.
Well, come on, you should be pleased for him.
Come on, I don't want to come on. I have to live up there.
Will you still be able to see him?
Yeah, of course I can. May as well be on the moon.
See, I've written it all down. It's the overnight coach tonight, and then we stop for some breakfast at Victoria. Well, I'll take a flask on the coach.
What about tomorrow?
Well, the demo's at 11 o'clock.
Starting from where?
Somewhere near Waterloo.
All right. But you be extra careful round there. That's where all the dosses are, isn't it?
I'll be all right. Mr. and Mrs. Taylor said they'll keep an eye on me. They've spoken to me mum on the phone, you know.
Listen, love, I'm just reminding you, that's all.
I'll phone when I get there, and I'll phone when it's over.
I know. But I'm more worried about your mum than what I am about you. Do you know she spent the last 15 years watching out for you, Sam? Every time you'd even climbed on anything, she'd be there saying, "Careful, Sam." Know what I mean?
Of course I do.
All I'm saying is you going down to London, it's just like you're climbing something on your own. Only we're not going to be there to say careful.
It sounds as if you're talking to our Katie, you know.
Don't be giving me a hard time, love. I'm trying my best.
I'm not.
Look, just as long as you know that the reason we're letting you go is because we trust you. Now, if you don't mess up this time, there is no problem next time. Anyway, you phone us. Otherwise, your mother will be worried sick.
Ralph's just been.
Bad news?
Well, apparently Harry's just been on the phone. He's instructed his solicitor to accept an offer that was made this afternoon. It seems his son Kevin advised him to take it before he started losing money.
Which offer?
The one from the anonymous buyer.
The anonymous buyer known as Christine Rogers.
Yeah. And for £500 less than the asking price.
Crack it!
And for £1,000 less than the offer we made this morning.
Yeah!
Our before and after next when 41-year-old Catherine undergoes a liver transplant operation at Jimmy's.
Come on, Paul. We've got to check in by 8. We'll never get there at this rate.
Can't be a moment.
Well, it won't be worth going if we don't go now. You're not even dressed.
I'm just wondering which suit to wear with the new shirt and tie.
And what was wrong with the one you had on 5 minutes ago?
Didn't go with the collar in the tie.
Fine to me.
Well, I intend to look my best. I won't be long.
I'll go and start the car.
I thought I'd be driving.
If you want to, dear. Unless you're worried that your tie will clash with the upholstery.
Hiya.
Right.
What's that you're making?
A witch's hat for Claire for when she gets in.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah, well, it's Halloween, isn't it? Showed you how to make you one on the telly. Should have a party for her, really.
Oh, doesn't matter. She doesn't know the difference, really.
I used to love Halloween. Does she like duck apples?
Well, to be honest, I don't know whether she's ever done it. She must have, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I got some apples anyway, just in case. Went to shops before, I was fed up sitting round.
Have you not been into work today, then? You're not feeling very well?
I just didn't feel like it.
Tell me to mind my own business if you like.
No business to mine, really.
Wouldn't have anything to do with that fella Gerard that brought you home yesterday. Nice of him to give you a lift.
He's a creep.
Still, it's better than coming home on the bus, isn't it?
I'll pick Clara from nursery if you want.
Oh, thanks. Are you sure?
Yeah, get me out of the house.
I haven't seen much of Jamie for a few days. Are you worried something might have happened to him?
Not really, no. I just wouldn't mind seeing him, that's all.
Should I include him in for his tea?
Wouldn't bother. Maybe someone's turned him into a frog.
Paul!
I can't find my checkbook or check card.
I already have them. I've told you that already.
Is the road atlas in the car?
Yes, everything's in the car except us.
Checked all the windows?
I've checked all the windows.
And the back door?
No, left it open in case any passing burglars want to drop in.
Do you think I look all right?
What happened to the tie, then?
I won't be a moment. Just double-check the back door.
I'll be waiting in the car.
Don't believe this place. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. I can't believe the state of this place. It's like trying to make custard jump getting anything done in here.
Mind my hair?
Sorry, Anna. I should have bought you some flowers. I never thought.
Your birthday, not mine.
No. Look, come on. Calm down. Shh, shh, shh.
What's that name, Mum?
Plantagenet Street.
It's a bit of a weird name, innit?
Look, you get your breath back and tell your mum all about it, eh? Come on.
What's the name? Plantagenet.
They were kings. They were known as the Plantagenets. Look, will you get us a glass of milk for Katie, eh? And a biscuit.
Did you find that for us, then?
Oh, I haven't got enough to worry about here. And then with Sammy being away, you better get your roots sorted out. It'll be dark soon.
Don't know why you don't just call it Kingsley's. Make it easy for the postman.
Yui! It's only me! Hello, Julia.
12 Penrith close.
Brought your penny?
Oh, hello there, Sheila. None of the family at home?
I'm afraid not, only me. The cuckoo in the nest.
Seems to me there's enough cuckoos in this house to fill a clock factory.
Tracy should be back soon. Do you want a cup of tea?
I've loved one. You're a lifesaver. I'm spitting feathers here.
Must be all the cuckoos.
Very nice too.
There you go. Is that better now? Come on, tell me all about it.
We had auditions for the Christmas play.
I know, love, I know.
I was the best one there. I was, you know.
Oh, of course you were.
They didn't pick me, though.
Oh, what didn't they pick you for?
I was going to be the Virgin Mary, and they picked Shona Kelly.
Oh, hang on. You hoped you were going to be picked. You had to take your chance along with everybody else, didn't you?
But Shona Kelly's got red hair. The Virgin Mary never had red hair.
She didn't have red hair. Oh, what am I saying? It doesn't matter what colour hair anybody had.
What's that one, Mum?
It's Quebec Street.
Can you find it for me?
You know how to use the book. Just look it up in the index.
Can I have a glass of milk?
Mm-hmm.
And a biscuit?
One.
Would they have picked me if I had red hair?
Oh, I'm sure they picked everybody who was most suitable for the part, didn't they?
Don't know.
Well, did they give you a part? There you are, then. What is it?
It's stupid.
Oh, come on, what is it?
I've got to be a sheaf of corn.
Oh, love, you'd be wonderful. You'd be great. All we need is for our Sammy to come home safe and sound from a demo. Everything will be fine, won't it?
Of course, what you probably don't know, Sheila, is that they built that extension especially for me. It's always been known as the granny flat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, they probably didn't tell you so as not to embarrass you.
I always thought it had been built for Jimmy and Kathy.
Oh, no. You wouldn't expect those two gypsies to know what to do with a nice little room like that. I knew that Jimmy one couldn't survive without a trough for very long. Oh, hello there, Rod.
All right, Nan. Hiya.
Where's me kiss, then? I heard there's been more kissing than that going on, not a million miles away from your sofa.
Well, Jamie's not been on for days, has he?
I'm not talking about Jamie.
Well, neither's Kirsty.
And you know very well I'm not talking about Kirsty. I'm talking about your father and this young lady he started running around with. She's not married or anything, is she, Rod? Because I hope he remembers. He is.
Look, it's none of my business.
No offence, Sheila, but he's going to start getting himself a reputation if he's not careful. Ending up being surrounded by married women and he couldn't even keep his own wife at home. He is being careful, I hope, Rod.
Nah, you're all right, Nan. He's a big lad now. He knows where the chemist is.
Oh, what was that for?
Just you watch what you say, my laddo. You knew very well I was talking about his reputation. You're getting too hard-faced, you. You might look 6 foot tall with your helmet on, but you're not too big to go across me knee.
Yeah, well, I am 6 foot tall.
Oh!
God, can't you have a joke in this house?
Don't joke me, lad, after talking about your father like that. I hope you keep that kind of talk to yourself with young Claire around.
They're all very considerate, Julia.
I should think so, too. It's not her fault she comes from a broken home. The poor little mite.
I come from a broken home.
Don't you dare start on me again. You'll be bringing one of my headaches on, and then you'll know what gratitude is. A fair man with the children, Sheila. That's what we always believed in.
Never did us any harm, did it?
No sense of responsibility, kids, have they? Oh, I see somebody's been making a witch's hat. Who's that for?
I'm saying nothing.
I'm warning you, Rod Corkill, and you can wipe that smile off your face and all. You ought to know better than that. You're supposed to be a responsible member of society now.
Hey, Nan, you listen to me for a minute. I'm not a kid anymore, so don't go treating me like one, especially not in front of other people. I mean, Mrs. Grant's here every day and she doesn't slap me down the head.
I should think not to. She's not family. Anyway, love, you've got my permission if he gives you any lip.
I'm 20 years old, Nan, and I have to go to work every day and have to deal with things that'll make you go bald overnight. I mean, my best mate got stabbed the other week.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to go shouting your mouth off, abusing your own grandmother.
Yeah, like this time next week, I might be out of a job, right? Out on me ear.
How come?
They're holding an internal inquiry and I'm involved.
Well, it serves you right.
For what?
For calling me a witch.
I didn't call you a witch.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, Nan. They're calling me a liar.
Who is? Who is? Oh, I'm not standing for that. No one goes around accusing my grandson of being a liar and getting away with it. He might be a corkill, but they can't hold that against him. I'll be down there tomorrow and I'll give them the full length of my tongue.
You two. I'll make room for the worker.
Are you sure you don't need any help?
All I need in life, Sue, is for you standing there like some kind of oddball surfer. But fortunate for you, I don't need you, not yet. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, you guys, I have a plane to catch.
Hey, if you run fast enough, you might be able to overtake it.
Hey, this is all a bit special, birthday boy.
Yeah, well, I'm going for it tonight, aren't I? the works. It's going to be a night to remember.
What are you having?
I'm having nightmares about whether my souffle's going to rise or not.
You're making Sue a souffle?
You're joking, aren't you? They can't even spell it.
What is it? Tell me, go on. I can keep a secret.
It's sort of like a nouvelle cuisine scouts.
Sounds great. It smells even better.
Now, do you know what we have to put up with, eh? Spend the weekend fishing in there.
Now let me nangle fish. You can show us how to do it.
Was there's no naughty boys going to put salt in the water like our Tom used to do?
Oh, it sounds disgusting.
Oh, it could have been worse. That's what flattered our Tom did.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see somebody's been buying somebody flowers then. This is private, of course, Sheila.
No, there's nobody interested in buying me flowers, Julia.
Well, it wouldn't be anyone buying them for Billy, would it?
Why not?
Well, he's not the sort of man you buy flowers for now, is he? I mean, he's more an aftershave man, isn't he? I bet they weren't from that Jamie one either, were they?
Why not?
Because they don't look as if they've been dragged from a skip. That's why, look. Oh, I bet they're from your boyfriend, weren't they, Claire? Hey, haven't you got a boyfriend? Oh, she's better off without a boyfriend, isn't she, Mummy? They're more trouble than they're worth. I used to have a boyfriend when I was little, and I always wanted to kiss him. He used to run away, but I caught up with him one day when he fell over on the ice. And you know what? My little dream was shattered. He had green teeth. Oh. Honestly, you couldn't see me for dust.
Jamie's bought me flowers before now.
Oh, but he didn't show you the receipt, though, did he? I know. Pinch them from the cemetery's more his mark, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't know why everyone's got loads to say about Jamie all of a sudden.
Well, I'm entitled to an opinion, aren't I?
I'm entitled to a life of my own.
I've been keeping my eye on him, you know, Sheila. And in my opinion, he's a no mark.
It's my boyfriend.
And that's why you need someone sometimes, love, to watch your back. Decent young girls, you know, they always seem to go for these lazy fellas, don't they?
I don't know. Jamie seems to pull his weight round here more than some I could mention.
Well, if God had wanted urchins to come out of the sea, he'd given them legs.
Jamie's got legs.
Why doesn't he use them, love, to go and find himself a job? I mean, you're in a good job now, and he's just going to drag you down.
For your information, he's got a job.
Got a job? You mean he's done a job and he's locked up?
That's great. Why aren't you pleased for him?
Because he's in Glasgow for 4 months.
Well, in my opinion, the judge has been very lenient.
Nan?
Hey, do you know what they say about those Glasgow girls?
No, what do they say?
Well, I don't know, do I? I mean, I don't go around listening to gossip, do I? But I warned you about that fella last Christmas, didn't I?
Oh, come on, Claire, ignore it. Come on, do you want to start?
Come on. Come on. Get your mouth down over these
Well,
apples.
you just take heed, love. And don't be worrying yourself, expecting to walk through that door, because Glasgow's a long way away.
Aye, what's going on here, then?
Hey, Dad, that's what Rod's supposed to say. Not planning on doing the busies, are you?
Hey, listen to the cheeky tone of voice, you. Setting Claire a bad example there.
No, I'm not. We're having a Halloween party for her, and you love it, don't you?
Yeah, she thinks it's great.
Oh, and she'll be loving it even more in a minute, won't it? But I know someone who won't.
Oh, yeah, and who's that?
You. You've just been volunteered to go first, bobbing the apples.
Right then, here we go. Hey, listen, Claire, if I start drowning, will you jump in and save me?
No,
Will
she
ya?
won't.
Well, there we go, then.
Come on.
Behave, you.
Have any knowledge of the documents which you refer, and can only assume that you have been the unfortunate victim.
Do you want to help me with my paper rounds?
No.
You could organise them into piles, street by street. I just run it. You tell me which one's next, I go out and do it.
May I say on behalf of the Home
I'll give you 10 pence for every 100.
No.
I think it's dead sad you're not going to be the star.
only under the Emergency Powers Act.
Then again, if you was going to be the star, after hang from the ceiling, twinkling all night, wouldn't you?
You fly thousands of miles to be with the guy.
And then next minute he's off to Hamburg, working for weeks on end.
Oh, well, I'm going to see him tonight. That can't be bad. Anyway, I've been so busy myself the last few weeks. Getting some time alone has meant that I could concentrate on my work.
Don't you miss him then?
Yeah. But he calls, and he can claim the calls as business calls, too, so we don't have to rush them.
Oh, I'd get so lonely, I'm sure.
Well, it's the way we both like it. Otherwise, we'd do it differently. We're both still learning about each other, so a bit of space is good for us. Getting tied down, well, let's just say that I'm a little wary of that right now.
So when's your flight?
10:20, gets in at 11:45.
Is John going to be there to meet you?
He better be. I've never been to Hamburg before.
Wish I had the confidence to travel like that all by myself.
Never know till you try.
But I'd just be frightened of everything, you know, even things like missing the plane.
You just get the next one. It's so easy, honestly. Listen, you could decide right now, put a few things in a bag, be on a plane, and be with me in a hotel room in Hamburg by midnight. But you'd have to skip dinner with Terry.
Well, maybe I could rush the first course and then miss the dessert. Oh, it's a lot easier talking about it than actually doing it.
We're all boring stay-at-homes until we go away on our own terms.
Maybe I'm just scared of having to make all the decisions involved, you know, all by myself.
Maybe you're just scared of being lonely?
Maybe I'm just scared. But I'll think about it.
Be careful. You might like it.
Hey, come on, you two. No more time for all that. There's a good scram waiting downstairs to be devoured.
Go on, Sue. Go and get stuck in. Hey, I thought this was supposed to be a posh night in.
Well, it was, but I had to sack the head waiter, you know, for messing around with the dishwasher.
I thought I was washing up.
Exactly. Look, sorry to leave you on your own, but at least one of us is starving.
Oh, well, that must be me then. Lead me to it.
Oh, yeah, look, I packed you a sort of takeaway, you know, in case your flight gets delayed.
Oh, Terry.
Well, it's only leftovers, really.
I could have had something at the airport, but thanks. That's great.
Now, to tell the truth, I made a bit too much, you know. I got carried away, but it tastes nice anyway. Oh, yeah, give my regards to the hamburger when you see him, and tell him I might have some good news for him soon. Fingers crossed. See ya.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Here she is. The Wanderer returns.
Nice.
Hi, love. Oh, I'm glad you're back.
Oh, yeah.
The coach was early.
Mr. and Mrs. Taylor waited with me until my dad arrived.
Oh, that was good of them, wasn't it? How come you were late, love?
I got involved in a bit of business at work. Bit of a plumbing problem. Tell you about it later.
No, you all in one piece.
Of course I am.
Hey, give us another hug. I'm entitled to have been a bit worried.
I told you there's nothing to worry about.
Are you tired?
Oh, I'm exhausted, but it was great though. There were loads of people there.
Well, we looked out for it on the news, didn't we? But we didn't say anything.
Honest, there were thousands there. Of course, the police said there were only hundreds, but I counted more than 1,000 by myself.
I can count to 1,000.
Katie, love, you haven't said hello to me yet.
Yeah, well, no one said hello to me, did they?
You what?
No, Katie, there's no need for that. Now, listen, you two. Katie's very unhappy because she's had a bit of an upset today. She didn't get the part she wanted, and she got a part that she didn't want.
Oh, well, there you go. But you'll be great, though, love.
Yeah, how can it be great being a sheaf of corn?
Hey, Mum, I just thought, son. How can you have a sheaf of corn in Jesus' stable in the middle of winter?
Well, so they can feed the animals.
You should think yourself lucky, anyway. If I'd have gone for the past, I've ended up as donkey droppings or something.
Give over. Hey, come on through to the kitchen. Tell us all about it, eh?
Oh, it was great, Mum. I can't wait for the Edinburgh one. Well, I told them I could go to that one as well.
My mate Lacey said Shona Kelly got the part because she can dance. She goes to dancing lessons.
So?
Can I go to dancing lessons?
I tell you what, you two go in the kitchen and sort the world out, and I'll have a word with Ginger Rogers here.
I hate this job.
So what's going to happen now?
I don't know. He can do anything he wants.
What about representation? Surely he must have representation.
Be afraid to ask, though, in case it makes me look guilty.
You can't do you for asking, can you?
What a state of it. Like a drowned rat.
Oh, don't be stupid, Tracy.
Hey, ease off, will you? When you're 4 years old, this sort of thing's magic, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not 4, am I?
Yeah, well, don't take it out on the kid. We were all kids once, weren't we, eh?
I'm really worried, Dad.
You work it out. You do all right by yourself and you'll be all right.
Come on, Rod.
He's coming now. Go on.
Oh, it's great having little ones around, isn't it? It's a great excuse to have a party, isn't it?
Brilliant. That was brilliant.
Did you like it?
Take a compliment for a change, Terry. It was really nice.
Well, are you sure? I mean, I wanted it to be special.
Well, you succeeded, it was.
No, I mean that. I wanted it to be special, like, for a special reason. Oh, God, why do I suddenly feel sick?
I think I'm about to find out.
Look, Sue, I might have made a mistake here. If I did, well, I didn't mean to. I mean... Oh, but I've been trying to pluck the courage up for a while now. Well, I thought, just go out and do it, and... Well, I've got to say it sooner or later, haven't I?
Terry, you're not pregnant, are you?
Oh, Sue, look what's going on at me about not being serious.
Sorry, it was only a joke. It must be the champagne.
All right, here we go. I've bought you something, and... Well, I think it's special. And I hope you think it's special, too. It might not seem like it, Sue, but... I suppose in my own stupid way, well... I'm asking you to marry me. And here's the ring.
Anything for me?
Oh, for me, I'm afraid.
Oh, kill him.
Who?
Jamie, he hasn't written once.
Oh, he's probably too busy.
No, he's not. He just hasn't bothered, that's all.
Day off?
No, work Mondays in this place. I'm starting till 9.
9? Better get a move on then, haven't you?
I'm in no hurry.
Thought you liked that place.
I do. Mostly. There's just some things I don't like.
Oh, God.
Something wrong?
I'll have to go and see Bob.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Have you been taking those vitamin C tablets I gave you?
Yes, and they don't seem to be doing much good. I just can't seem to shake this cold off.
You don't wrap up. You go out in just a jacket.
How long have you had this cold? Been a week now. Just won't go away. Got through 2 boxes of tissues.
You should go to bed and stay there till it's gone.
I've been in bed, Mum. I spent half my life in bed. I've got to get out of bed to get rid of this damn cold. It's only a week, though. It's not unusual.
No. I've known colds last nearly a month.
Well, I hope you're not going to be sniffing at the dinner table for much longer.
I'll try not to, Mother.
Where are you going?
Bed.
But you said... What? What have I done now?
Your mind doesn't appear to be on this family, does it?
How do you mean?
Gordon's worried about his health. I'm worried about his health. But you're worried about sniffing at the table.
It's a cold. Gordon has a cold. I don't think I should be fretting about something like that. I'm too busy.
Yes, I suppose you are. Otherwise, you'd realize that a persistent cold is one of the very early warning signs.
Of what?
An early warning sign of AIDS.
I must see him.
No, leave him. I'll go up later. I'm thinking of contacting Chris.
Chris? What can he do?
He can tell us if he did have a relationship with that man who died.
And if he did... Paul, I don't want to think about it anymore.
Wasn't aware that you had.
Sammy! Sammy, come on, love, you're going to be late.
Phone's going, I'll get it.
I'm leaving, I'll get it.
I'll get it. You get ready.
Hello? Will you get ready? You're late.
I'm not.
Hello? Yeah, can you hang on a minute? Who is it? Oh, hang on a minute, yeah. Frank, it's work for you.
Oh, what do they want?
I will not tell you again. Will you get ready?
God, it'll be a relief to go to school.
Oh, will you get there then? You do now. Come on.
Hello, Frank Rogers.
Mum, I'll have missed assembly anyway, so it's better if I go in after it's finished. Otherwise, you have to stand in the corridor with old witch-face guarding you.
This will teach you to be on time then. Now, come on.
Yeah. All right, yeah. What's time like? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm here all day. Yeah. Bye now.
Is anything wrong?
Don't know. One of the managers is coming down to see me. Up the toilets.
I told you were going too far back in those sinks.
Right, I'm going.
Charm. Can't be able to sack you for it, will they?
No, no. No.
Hello, Robble. Have you missed me? I think you have. Hasn't Uncle Ralph been looking after you then? By the way, where is your Uncle Ralph? 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 Where are you?
Hey, what's all the shouting for? Oh, hello, Harry. When did you get back?
I've just walked through the door.
Oh, right. Nice holiday.
Holiday? You don't call looking after a pregnant woman a holiday, do you? And I won't be going again if this is going to happen.
What happens?
You, lying in bed all day, lounging about.
But it's 9 o'clock, Harry. There's nothing to get up early for.
There's everything to get up early for. If you call early halfway through the day, you shouldn't be wasting your life in bed.
But I'm not.
I mean, life's too precious to waste.
I'm not.
I'm not wasting my life, am I?
Oh, forget it.
Have you fed this dog?
Paul, what can we do?
Do? I don't think there's anything we can do at the moment. I think he should have the test to see if he's got it or not. But there isn't anything in the world we can do.
Must be.
Anna, the finest medical minds in the world are searching for something they can do. But as far as we're concerned, we're helpless.
So you think he ought to have the test?
Yes, as soon as possible. Otherwise, he'll be wondering, we'll be wondering, and no one will be able to relax.
I wish there was something we could do.
Well, I'm going to do something. Harry Cross has just come back. I'm going over to see him.
Harry, what can he do?
Anna, take a grip of yourself. Nobody can do anything about Gordon. I'm going over to see Harry about Remembrance Sunday.
Remembrance? And you accuse me of lack of interest. All you're bothered about is playing at old soldiers. You're still up?
I didn't go to bed. There's no need to hang up because of me.
Oh, I didn't. I was just ringing to check the court times.
Where's Dad? I've got to talk to him.
He's gone over to see Harry Cross. Can I help?
I think I'd better go and get that HIV test.
Yes. Your father was saying the same.
Could tell he was thinking about it.
What do you think?
Well, I've got to know. I mean, the torture of knowing I've got it, it can't be any worse than the torture of not knowing, seeing symptoms and everything. You never think it's going to be you, do you?
It might not be.
No.
And so she turns round to me and says, why should I? And so I turned round to her and said, because I'm a second-year trainee and you're a first. And so she turned round to me and said, so what? So I turned round to her and said, listen, if you don't wash your hair, I'll tell Gerard and he'll wash yours. She washed it.
Don't blame her.
You what?
I said I don't blame her. I couldn't stand him touching my head, not even with a brush.
That's what she said. She hates him.
So do I.
Do you? I thought you liked him.
Messing, aren't you?
No. You always seem to get on well with him.
Yeah, well, I don't. That's why I'm not in a hurry to get out there.
No need to worry today, then. Or for the next few weeks.
Why not?
He's on holiday.
You're joking.
No. He'll be in Tunisia for the next 3 weeks.
Well, that's brilliant.
Well, I'm glad I could bring you some good news.
Good news? Oh, that's great news. Do you think it's hot in Tunisia at this time?
I don't know. It's hotter than here, I suppose.
Any chance of him getting sunstroke?
If we pray hard enough.
I'll come in.
Thanks.
Push straight through. I'll sit down. Feel like a cup of tea or anything?
Yes, thanks.
Right.
Sorry to intrude on your time off. I've got a meeting this afternoon and I want to get this all sorted out before then.
Oh, what sorted out?
This toilet business.
Oh, yeah.
I needn't tell you that we've been lucky up to now. Industrial relations have never been a major problem. Management and unions have usually been able to sort out their problems before they split into sides. Someone has to take drastic action. Anyway, this time we seem to have not quite gotten together.
We don't get together. You've got different bogs.
Be that as it may, there is a toilet facility in the transport yard which is causing some ill feeling.
You're right there. I feel ill every time I go in there. It's so bad now, they're totally blocked up.
I know, Frank. It's taken hours to unblock them.
Oh, good. They're unblocked then?
Yes. And the executive ones as well. And I want them to stay that way.
They could get blocked again very easily.
I'm telling you, Frank, I don't want any more sabotage on this.
Sabotage? Surely you don't think anyone deliberately blocked them?
Not anyone. Someone, Frank.
Hello, she.
Hi, Mark. Is Bob with you?
No. Hey, look, you better come in.
I really need to talk to Bob before he goes to Poland.
Too late, he's already gone.
Already?
Yeah, he went yesterday.
I didn't even know he was going till this morning. It was one of 3 letters I got. Each one knocked me back further than the other.
Well, is there anything I can do, Sheila?
No, I needed to talk to Bob.
Look, the kettle's just boiled. Let's go and have a nice cup of tea, eh?
Won't be a minute, kid.
Okay.
And the letters?
Yeah. One was from Bob. Sent me some money for Claire's Christmas presents, but he doesn't think he'll have any by then.
Just like our Bobby, that.
Oh, yeah, just like our Bobby. Second letter was from the Building Society. He hasn't paid the mortgage for 3 months.
Yeah, I know, he told me.
He told you? Well, he could have told me.
Well, he was hoping to catch up on himself and pay a bit more of it off, you know. But he reckoned with the house being sold and everything, well, it didn't really matter.
Matty, it does matter. Anything outstanding when the sale goes through will be taken off any profit we might make, if there's going to be any profit.
Well, there will be a profit, won't there?
Letter number 3 from Tom Osborne.
Well, that's the guy buying the house.
Yes, he's lowered his offer because of the damage caused by the water.
What water?
Oh, there was a bit of a flood. Anyway, what it all adds up to is we won't get as much money as we originally thought.
Jeez. Well, how much do you reckon, then?
A couple of thousand.
Couple of
between
thousand?
us.
Still, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
Matty, I'm homeless with a child. It's not much to start a new life with.
No, but it's more than I've ever had.
I'm sorry. I don't know how you cope.
Because I know when to pour the tea.
Look, I know all that, but they've got to be looked at properly. And I don't mean someone chucking a bucket of disinfectants in there, then forgetting about it.
Listen, we're having a go at upgrading the offices. I think I can get the MD to agree to an adjustment in the budget. And we'll have a go at improving the transport toilets in the new financial year. How does that sound?
Sounds like we're still second-class employees. We've got to wait until next year for the disgrace to be put right, while the offices, which are like palaces compared to our areas, get done this year. I reckon they can wait, and we can't.
Well, the budgets are already set. I just can't transfer an item of expenditure like that.
Well, I can't guarantee that the bogs won't get blocked again, and the men have to waste time going over to the main building to use the management toilets.
I'm warning you, Frank. If I catch you blocking them again...
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll propose to the MD that we hold over on the upgrading of the offices until next April and use the money this year to improve the toilets in the transport block. All right?
Of course it's all right. That's exactly what we're asking for.
Okay. But I want no more guerrilla tactics.
There's no more needed, if there ever had been.
Yes, well, I'll speak to him today and see if we can get some plans drawn up as soon as possible.
As long as soon as possible doesn't mean next year.
It means as soon as possible. Now, don't pressure me too much, Frank.
No pressure that isn't needed. This issue has been going on for years. And whatever happens, it's put off until it comes up again. And then it's delayed, deferred, defunct. I want to guarantee that the work will be done by Christmas, and I want that guarantee this week.
This week? Christmas? Let me talk to the MD.
Fine.
Are you going for lunch?
Oh, yeah, in a minute. I'm just waiting for the set to dry.
I'll wait for you, shall I?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Where do you usually go?
I usually go and look around the other shops, do a bit of daydreaming.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do a lot of that.
Some of the girls reckon that you went for quiet lunches with Gerard.
Are you joking?
No. I used to think that you were making yourself a bit of a sort of teacher's pet with him.
No, I've never been a teacher's pet. He was just hanging around me, that's all, and I hate him.
Don't we all?
He gives me the creeps, you know. I wish he'd just leave me alone.
Oh, I'm made up to hear that. Because no one likes the boss's favourite who gets all the little perks.
Perks, me? I didn't get any perks. Just got input and breathing all the time. Is that why the girls don't seem very friendly to me?
Yeah. It's why I've not spoken to you much.
Just thought you were all snobs.
Us? Snobs? We're not snobs, no way. We thought you were, because you kept looking over your shoulder at everyone.
I was looking out for him, trying to keep out of his way.
God, we thought you was dead affected.
Better get that woman from the dryer.
Oh, I'll give you the hand.
What do you fancy for lunch?
Oh, I don't know. Are you not on a diet, are you?
No.
Do you fancy a Chinese businessman's?
Chinese businessman's what?
Well, thought you were going to bed.
I couldn't sleep. Needed some fresh air.
Right.
Dad, can we talk?
Yes, of course.
You know what I'm thinking about, don't you?
Yes. This cold you can't shake off. And what it might mean.
I'm scared, Dad.
Well, I don't think you should be scared yet. You must have the test, you know.
Yeah, I've got to. I've got to. I've told Mum I'm going to get one.
Look, is there any way of getting one done quickly?
Only if you're prepared to go privately.
I will go private. I'll pay. I'm sure it'll be negative.
Thank you. Dad, have you thought about
No.
if it's...
Neither should you. We'll face it if it comes to it. And we'll face it as a family, together.
Thanks. Thank you. I'll phone after lunch for a test.
We've had our share of troubles, you and I, haven't we?
Oh, haven't we just?
You know, sometimes I look back and I wonder what I did wrong to have so many downers in my life.
There's been some good times as well. Try remembering them.
No, can you? Can you remember the good times when the bad ones are gnawing at you?
Not always, no. Sometimes I can.
Yeah, I'm a sometimes man. It's good that I'm one of those, though. Oh, I'm nearly 50, Sheila, and what have I got? Teresa's dead. The kids won't talk to me. I've got no job.
The chips were nice, though.
Yeah, they were worth waiting for, weren't they?
Good of you to go and get them. I know people who'd kill for a bag of chips.
Yeah, the fish was all right as well, wasn't
Well, there you are, then. There's a lot to be grateful for.
it? Now, don't overdo it.
I'm not. Even our Damon, you know. I'm grateful for the joys he brought me. I better be going.
Yeah.
Do you know it's a year ago next week since our Damon died?
Yep. It's one of the reasons Bobby agreed to this Poland trip. He wanted to be away doing something on the anniversary. He still feels it, you know, Sheila. You know, I know he tries to hide it, but, well, you can tell.
I know.
Hey, listen, why don't we do something next week?
Do something? How do you mean?
Well, why don't we go out on the actual day and we can talk about all the things he used to get up to? You know, all his little scams. Listen, let's celebrate his life. On the anniversary of his death, let's celebrate his life.
Yeah. I'd like that. I'd like that. See you, love.
Hey, has Aunt Jeff asked for a bike yet?
No, he hasn't mentioned it, love.
Hasn't he?
You're going to have to negotiate him into wanting one. You've had enough practice today.
Easier said than done. He'll be a lot harder than the bosses, I can tell you. Oh, no. Here's another one. Harry Cross. You don't think he knows it was us who put in all the offers, do you?
No, how could he? I mean, he thinks we only put the one offer in. He doesn't know the name of the other one. You stay here, love. I'll go, right?
Morning, Mrs. Rogers. I've just come back from my son's.
All right. And what can we do for you, Mr. Cross?
Well, it's about the house.
Oh.
I suppose you've heard. I've accepted an offer from someone else.
We've heard, yes.
Nothing personal, like, but they did make a better offer. Being a pensioner, I had to take that one.
Well, we can understand that. Their offer was more than ours, then?
Oh, yes. Between ourselves, thousands more. And they seemed to like the house very much, said it was nice, lovely.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Did you see them when they came round?
Well, yeah, who would have shown them round if we hadn't?
Of course. What were they like then? Nice?
Oh, yeah, very nice. Charming. She was a very nice woman, and he was a very nice man. He was a very, very nice man.
Yes, I thought they were. Mind you, I only spoke to them on the phone. And I thought they were very nice.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Of course, you won't see a lot of him with him being so busy and all.
No, he is a busy man.
Oh, a very, very busy man. A doctor.
A doctor? He's more than that, love.
Oh? I thought he told us he was just an ordinary doctor from, Surrey.
Well, isn't that typical of the man? Actually, he's a brain surgeon. One of the top men in the country.
Brain surgeon? He didn't tell us that.
Well, that's just him all over, isn't it? Modest, nice, modest, quiet.
How do you know, Harry? I thought you only spoke to him on the phone.
I did. But it doesn't need all that much for me to wake someone up, I can tell you.
Yeah, but what if he was lying? I mean, you wouldn't know, would you?
Of course I would. I've just told you. I can wake someone up just like that. And I can tell you that the person buying this house has probably never told a lie in their life. Anyway, I'll let you know as soon as they want to move in, as soon as they can.
Thank you, yeah.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, yeah.
Right then, I'll be off. Oh, and thanks very much for your cooperation. Can't have been easy.
No, it hasn't been, no. Oh, the Harry Cross, he's a very nice man.
He's a very, very, very nice man.
Hope those aren't muddy.
So do I. I put them away spotless. If they're muddy, it's because someone's borrowed them without my permission.
Well, don't look at me.
Not looking at anyone, I'm just saying, that's all.
Really, Paul, there are times when you can be quite obtuse.
Oh, can I? Thank you. I've always wanted to be obtuse, but no matter how much I eat, I seem to stay thin.
Well, who are you playing golf with?
Well, I thought I'd ask Gordon to come for a game. Take him out of himself while he's waiting for the results.
That's a good idea. Do you think he'll go?
Only one way to find out. Gordon, here a second.
1 minute.
It'll do you both good.
And we'd both be out of your hair.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, you'd be able to get on with whatever you have to do. I know you've a lot more work involved now you've become a full magistrate.
Yes, I have.
I don't know what's come over you recently. You get so defensive about anything that anyone says.
I'm sorry. This Aints business has upset me.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, too. It's making me jumpy as well.
Hiya. What's the matter?
I just wondered if you fancied a round of golf this morning.
Golf? I don't play golf.
You mean you've never played golf? Come out for a round this morning. Very gentle, nothing spectacular. Just you and your old man. Do you good.
Better than moping around here all morning.
I was going to ring for the results.
Well, they won't have them yet. Ring when we get back.
You might enjoy it.
I doubt it. I hated sports at school, you know that.
Well, golf isn't like sport.
Well, yes, it is. It's a very fine sport. Well, you walk for miles.
Exactly, you walk. You run in proper sports.
OK, I'll go before you two start boxing.
Good. We'll go at 9:30.
I can't wait.
Well, you lazy devil. I knew it. Bad habits when I'm not here to supervise.
Ah, shut up, Harry.
Charming. Here am I going down to face Arthur Twisting Parkinson. And what help am I getting from you? Nothing. But if I succeed, you'll want half the glory, won't you?
What glory?
The glory when we sort out the ladies' problem.
Oh, that glory.
Yes, that glory. So you're going to get out of bed and get ready and come down to the meeting?
No, I'm sick.
Sick? What's up with you?
Oh, I'm run down.
I'd like to run you down.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'll go down and face Parkinson on my own. If he's got any delaying tricks today, I'll be ready for him.
Ready for who?
Ah, shut up and go back to sleep.
I hope he enjoys it.
I don't see why not. It's a pleasant enough day.
Well, don't force him.
Don't force him to do what?
Don't force him to enjoy himself. All right then, darling, ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. I thought these shoes would do, Dad. They've got a good grip on them.
Yes, they'll be fine.
Right. Actually, I think I'll just phone through, see if they got the results through yet.
Well, it's too early. They said this afternoon, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, but they just might be.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah, probably. I just need to know.
All right.
Hello. Yeah, this is Gordon Collins. I came in yesterday for an HIV test, and yeah. Yes, okay. Right, thank you. I'll call back later. Not yet, later on.
Well, they did say this afternoon.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Let's go play golf.
We'll be gone most of the day. I'll buy lunch at the club.
Enjoy yourselves.
I've got a cup of cut at 11, can't wait. Hey, just remember, don't go mad. You can always cut a bit more off, but you can't glue it back on.
Should have tried telling that the last place I worked. They used glue instead of lacquer.
I know what you mean. I worked in one of them. Talk about cutting hair. She'd have been better using a knife and fork. I think she was the original punk barber, only she was trying to do a blue ring.
Didn't make it Shelley's by any chance, did you?
Shelley's? Nah, never heard of her. I was with some old girl who looked like Gerard's mother.
Hey, now you said no mentioning of that name for 3 weeks. Just think, 3 weeks without a slimy hands trying to touch it.
You really hate him, don't you?
Yeah, he just met him. He doesn't take a hint. I mean, I tell him to get away and he just ignores it. I shouldn't have to put up with it.
Isn't it annoying, eh? The only fellas that really get heavy on you are always grease balls.
No, I've got a boyfriend. He's no grease ball. He's just a jerk. He's gone away and he hasn't written on nothing.
Do you miss him?
No. Yeah, a bit.
Right. Hey, do you know what? I always eat when fellas upset me. God, I should be as fat as a pig all the upsets I've had.
Shouldn't you be going to bed? You must be exhausted.
I'll get a few hours later. I'm getting used to this night work now.
Well, I'm going off shortly. Gonna buy our Claire a new winter coat.
That'll cost you. These clothes are a hell of a price these days, you know.
Don't have to tell me. Bob sent me the money, though.
You still keeping it then, is he?
Oh, yeah. Sends me what he can. Billy,
Yeah?
Bob does send me what money he can, and I can manage on it, but there's been a bit of a problem over the sale of the house. I'm not going to be able to find anywhere as soon as I thought.
So you want to stay on a bit longer?
Would it be all right? I don't want to be a nuisance.
You stay as long as you want. I'm no stranger to money problems, you know.
Yeah, I know you've had it bad.
Bad? I never thought it was going to end. Just seemed to get worse and worse. Well, in the end, it broke up my marriage, didn't it? Oh, there were other things, I suppose, but she had no idea. She was like a compulsive spender. Have you heard the story about the fella whose wife loses her credit card? And he doesn't report it missing for 3 months because whoever pinched it spent less than his wife.
Was she really that bad?
Yeah, she was. I'll show you something. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. It's a final statement from the credit card company.
Why did the company let her run up a bill like this?
Well, they don't care, do they? They know they'll get it back one way or the other, like banks. I used to get letters from the bank threatening me with court action, and in the same post I got a leaflet from them offering me a loan. It's a disgrace. I mean, they shove it in your face and turn nasty as soon as you fall behind with a payment.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm really sorry that happened to Doe. I mean, look what it's done to me family and that. Hang on a minute. Aye, what have we got here then, eh?
All right, Billy, how's it going?
Come in.
All right, man.
No, wasn't expecting you back.
Yeah, well, I'm not back, actually. I've just come to pick up a few things, like.
You're not stopping, then?
No, drove up this morning. Got to drive back to Savvy. Got a job on tonight.
Oh.
You on nights as well, yeah?
Well, not usually, no, but I am this week. I couldn't do nights all the time, no, Bill.
You'll get used to it.
No, I'm not sleeping in the rancho on the day. It's impossible, like.
Will you stop for your dinner, though?
Well, yeah, if it's all right, like. Can I get a wash or something?
Go ahead, help yourself.
All right, only be a minute. Thanks, Billy.
It's all right.
It's a pity he's not staying. I'd like to have gone for a drink with him.
Look, I'll tell you what. Why don't we go out for a drink? I'll get our Tracy to babysit for Claire.
That'd be nice.
I mean, we could go for a meal, you know, somewhere nice like.
A meal? I haven't been to a restaurant for ages. Birthdays and anniversaries, that's usually all I got taken out.
Well, tonight you can go out for no reason, can't you?
I'd like that.
Good.
Claire! Wait till she finds out Barry's back. Hey, going out, and it's not even my birthday.
Oh, I'm so glad you could come.
Something the matter?
No, of course not. I just wanted to see you. I haven't had much chance lately. Every time I've tried to ring, I've been interrupted.
Oh, I know. I've been up to my neck of it as well. God, this new showroom I'm opening's giving me some headaches, I can tell you. Still, it'll be worth it.
Yes.
What's the matter? You seem nervous. Paul won't be back for ages, yeah?
No, he'll be out for most of the day. I suppose I'm just worried about Gordon.
Well, playing golf. I think he'll be all right. It's not usually a dangerous game, unless you bet on it.
No, not playing golf. Just worried.
About what, then?
Well, I suppose just what he's going to do with himself.
Job-wise, you mean?
Yes, I suppose so.
Is that what you asked me to come over for?
No, of course not. Come into the kitchen and I'll make some coffee away from that window.
So there's plenty of work then, is there?
Oh, yeah, there's tons of it. I don't know how these people make any money on the shops, though. They don't seem to make enough to pay for the fittings. Do you know, I've worked on one shop 3 times in the last year.
Hey, don't knock it. It's keeping us in a job, and long may it continue.
I am not knocking it, Billy. I'm just saying, you know. Anyway, I'm making a few bob myself, so I can't complain, can I?
Right, I'm going to get my head down for a few hours. Might not see you before I go, so all the best, eh?
Yeah, the same to you, Bill. Look after yourself.
Right. Look, I'll be up around about 5, but just in case, will you give us a shout?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
So how are you keeping, man?
Fine. Mind you, your escapades in the old house have cost me a fortune.
How do you mean?
Osborne's lowered his offer because of the flood.
Look, man, I told you I'd sort you out with that, didn't I?
Oh, forget about it. I give in. I'm not meant to be well off.
How are you doing for money, man? I mean, you know you've only got to ask and you'll have some.
I know. I'm all right. I've got to stay here a bit longer than I thought, but Billy's been very good about it.
What about me dad? What's he been up to? Where's he at, like?
He's gone to Poland for a week on an educational trip. I went to see Matta the other day. He said he's all right. He sees Claire every week. She seems happy enough.
Kids adapt, though, don't they?
Hello? Oh, yes, just a minute. I'll see if he's gone to bed. I'll give him a shout. Who's it, please? Right, just a sec. Billy? Billy, sorry to bother you. Linda's on the phone.
Just coming now.
It's just coming.
Who's Linda, his girlfriend?
Yeah.
So. All right, Linda. How are you? What, tonight? Yeah, great, yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. Sheila, it's Linda.
Tonight.
You don't mind?
No, go on.
Yeah, OK, then it's all right. Yeah, I'll pick you up at 7:30. OK. See you then. Ta-ra, love. Sorry about that.
Just call me Cinderella.
Now, when will they be back?
I don't know. They're having lunch at the golf club, and what time they're back after that, I don't know.
Well, I'd better be on the way.
What, must you? Oh, yes, of course you must. What am I saying?
You really are on edge, aren't you? Are you sure it's just Gordon's job? Or lack of it?
Yes. And the fact that he's just finished with Chris.
Well, I'd have thought that would have been a relief to you.
Well, yes, it is, in a way. If only he could get a job.
Well, what's he got at?
Well, he's got the gift of the gab. I don't suppose you've got a vacancy for a salesman in your new showroom, have you? Well, he's very good at that sort of thing. He used to sell antiques.
Ah, most of my cars are new. Or nearly new.
Yes, but if he can sell old things, he'll have no problem with new ones.
Well, I can see where he got the gift of the gab. You wouldn't make a bad salesman yourself.
I don't need a job. Gordon does.
All right, all right. I'll give him a chance. But, your son or not, if he doesn't pull his weight, out he goes.
He'll be wonderful, I promise.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want a job?
I don't believe it, Mum. How's my dad managed to get himself in this much debt?
Well, it was the strike. He gave up 3 months' salary to it, and it's just catching up with him.
But it's not like him, is it? It's usually me that's in debt and trouble with money.
Oh, and you're still not likely to be.
I suppose it will be, yeah. But I'm doing all right at the moment.
Good. Well, save it. Don't go out and spend it all.
I don't. I mean, I only go out a couple of nights a week, and then I sleep in the van, don't I? So I am saving.
Good.
You been getting out much?
Well, apart from not going for a drink with Billy, no. I'm going out with Matty next week.
Aye. Anywhere nice?
Do you know it's a year since our Damon died?
Yeah, I did know, yeah. Where are you gonna go then?
I don't know yet. Somewhere to celebrate his life.
Celebrate. Do you know, I think I like that. I think I might do that myself.
Well, don't forget to raise a glass to absent friends.
No, I won't.
Thought I might have found you here feeding your face.
Just a bowl of soup, Harry.
I've been down fighting for freedom and justice, and you're here.
You've only been down the club, mate.
Exactly. Down the club. I don't know who's the worst, Parkinson or Hitler. Both vicious dictators.
I think Hitler was worse.
You weren't down at the club. No, you weren't down at the club. That's what I lack, support.
Like Tranmere, you mean?
You what?
No support, like Tranmere Rovers.
Well, I might expect flippant remarks from you.
All right. I'm not going to be able to eat me soup in peace until you've told me. What has Arthur Parkinson done to thwart you this time?
Well, you know he adjourned the meeting just before the vote for Victory for Ladies. Well, this morning it never even got to that stage.
But I thought you were going to propose it this morning. Couldn't you get a seconder?
It wasn't even proposed.
How did he stop you doing that?
He outmanoeuvred me.
Outmanoeuvred you? Blackmailed you, you mean?
Blackmail, exactly.
Oh, you haven't got Betty into trouble, have you? No, didn't think you had.
I'll get into trouble if Betty finds out.
Not if you tell her the truth, you won't.
Especially if I tell her the truth.
Look, all right, you'll have to tell me. What did he threaten if you proposed it?
Well, you know I was down to be standard bearer next week at the remembrance service.
Yeah.
Been my ambition for years, too.
So?
Well, choice of standard bearer is at the chairman's discretion.
She'll murder you if she finds that out.
All right. Wang's was closed, so I went to the one across the park.
Oh, that's okay.
You've got your chicken mushroom, sweet and sour looked a bit iffy.
Yeah, smashing. I'll just go and get the plates. They're warming in the oven.
Oh, isn't that nice? I prefer the box chair myself.
Oh, yeah? But how much is it? Come on, I was struggling to find the chicken curry.
That was nice, though.
Yeah. But you know those onions, they keep coming back at me.
Saves right for having curry for lunch.
Oh, what do you eat it for breakfast? It's gorgeous.
Oh, must have a stomach like our rods.
Is that your brother who's a cocker?
Yeah.
We'll have to get him to pick you up sometime so we can get a blimp present.
All right, what for?
Because he's a young fella with cash, and coppers get paid millions. My dad says they're good news to go out with.
Oh, Rod's not. He's engaged, and he wouldn't dare because she'd kill him.
Oh, like that, is she?
No, she's worse.
Well, don't you and her get on?
Well, in a way. I just wish he'd get out and enjoy himself a bit more. I want to, but I can't afford it. And he can afford it, but she won't let him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Get him down here, and I'll let him have a good time. With me.
You might not fancy him.
Listen, if he's got a pulse, he'll fancy him.
Was it all right?
Yeah, fine.
What's wrong then?
Nothing.
Oh, there is. I mean, I can tell. The ring. You're not wearing a ring, are you?
No, it's in my bag.
Oh, I knew it was too good to last.
What are you talking about?
Well, you want to call it off, don't you?
no, Terry. Of course I don't want to call it off. I love you.
Well, what's wrong then? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, it's just... I mean, the ring is lovely and all that, but it's just that... Well, I've always wanted a ruby. I don't know why, I just have.
A ruby?
Well, yeah.
I mean, well, if I'd have known that, I'd have got you one, wouldn't I?
And...
Well, look, I mean, you can say what you like to me as long as we're not finished. I mean, I don't mind that. Oh, look, come on, tell me what's wrong.
All right. Look, the ring is lovely and... Well, I might have picked it myself if we'd gone shopping for it together. But we didn't. I mean... We didn't even decide together to get engaged. I wanted to, but... I just wanted to be asked. I wanted us to choose the ring. Well, you just went ahead and did it all by yourself with no reference to me at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I wanted to surprise you, you know, with the new assertive me, but... Oh, I've just cocked it up, haven't I?
No, you haven't. You just didn't share what should be shared together, that's all.
I'm sorry. Look, ignore everything that's happened over the last week. Now answer me quick. Do you want to get engaged?
Yes.
Good. Now, do you want to come to the jeweller's with me this afternoon to choose a ring? Because I've got a spare one there that I can part exchange.
Oh, that's handy. Yes.
Great. That's settled then. So, does that mean we're engaged properly now?
No, not until we've chosen the ring together.
Oh, all right. Well, can I have a kiss anyway?
Mm.
Oh, you know what? What? It's a totally different atmosphere when he's not here.
And who's not here?
And there, on this one here, I'll just do this one. And
Who
there
does this for you when I'm not about, then?
is... well, no one actually, Mum. I just have to look scruffy, don't I?
Yeah, I bet you do, no.
Is for light.
She's going to miss you again.
I'm going to miss her as well, aren't I? Eh?
What time are you heading back?
Well, I suppose about 3 if I'm going to miss the traffic. I've got to get back here, haven't I, to buy sweeties for my favourite little sister.
You're early, Billy. It's nowhere near 5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I can't get to sleep today. You get like that sometimes. Probably fall asleep tonight or something.
I'm glad it's Linda going with you then and not me.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Sheila.
Oh, forget it.
Tell you what you'll have to do, Bill. You'll have to give them all a day each, or you won't you? Then he won't be disappointed.
If only.
Good game.
Pleasant walk.
I think Gordon needs a spell on the driving range before we set him loose on the course again.
Sorry, I just couldn't concentrate.
Yes, it was difficult. I kept thinking about it too.
Hadn't you better phone now, then?
Yes. Better get it over with. Find out for certain.
Do you want me to do it for you?
No, Dad. Thanks, but... if I'm to hear my death sentence, I'd like to hear it direct.
Don't talk like that.
Well, why not? That's what it means, doesn't it? Well, doesn't it, Dad?
Yes.
Right. Right, I'll call. Oh, hello. Yeah, this is Gordon Collins.
In the wake of a family tragedy, happy times ahead for one pregnant woman in Jimmy's, coming up next.